10 years after, original album series. My cousin had the Woodstock triple album, a very expensive artifact. I had a cassette recorder, but he only had a small plasticky record player with no line out. I recorded the whole thing with a microphone and shared the badly recorded tape with my best friend, who was also unable to afford the real thing. I grew to love the Who tracks from Tommy, Jeff's an Airplane, Country Joe doing the fish cheer, Give Me an F. I liked the Santana track and bought a Santana album. My friend liked Sweet Judy Blue Eyes and bought the Crosby, Stills and Nash album, whereas I just bought the single. But it was 10 years after that rocked me to my soul. I wanted to play fast guitar like Alvin Lee. The song is called I'm Going Home, and it's really just a 12-bar with a bit of a rock and roll medley included. But it was all about the speed of Alvin Lee's playing on a semi-solid Gibson 335, which had little sustain, so his constant hard picking rattled like automatic gunfire. Such a sound as we had never heard at the time. It mistakenly made me feel that fast is best. Some years later, on the closing night of the Embassy Cinema in Ruislip, they showed the film, and I finally got to see the colourful soul funk pop of Sly and the Family Stone, the crazy dance routines of Sha Na Na, the jerky genius of Joe Cocker, and at long last, 10 years after, with Alvin Lee, with that cherry red Gibson 335, with that peace sticker on it. I only ever owned one 10 years after LP back in the day, and that was the live double album, with a comparable version of I'm Going Home. Some years ago I found the 10 years after album called Cricklewood Green in a charity shop, and this revived my interest, so I bought a compilation album. And those two albums were probably all I actually needed. It is hard to believe that grown men once sang the song Good Morning Little Schoolgirl, but many did so back in the blues boom, and 10 years after turned it into a powerhouse number with a pounding riff. There are also some questionable lyrics on one of their later songs, I'd Like to Change the World. But the only problem with this box set is that nowhere is there a version of I'm Coming Home. But I cannot imagine a studio version really working. And anyway, we now have YouTube. The box set also does not include their jazzier earlier albums. What we do have is a Fleetwood Mac Chicken Shack John Mayall Can't Fail style 60s blues rock band, developing into a band playing fairly commercial grown-up 1970s rock music. Along the way we have the Cricklewood Green album, with a mind-bending psychedelic noise fest called 50,000 Miles Beneath My Brain that uses all the studio trickery available at the time. It also has Love Like a Man, which was their only hit single and has an unforgettable killer riff. All the albums have some high points, but the Cricklewood Green CD alone is worth the cost of this bargain box set. There is also a Wycombe connection in that Alvin Lee once lived in and owned a studio in Wheeler's End. 10 years after, original album series.